My name's Jason Pearson, and welcome today. Today we have here Amelia Brehm, who is 65 years old and happily married and lost 50 pounds in 5 months and got rid of her cancer. How you doing today, Amelia?
Hi, I'm doing really good. Thanks.
All right, great. Thanks for coming here today. So let's get into it, Amelia. Give us a little bit of your backstory, your history of yourself, what you've done before, to include what you want to accomplish also. And also some external and internal struggles you're dealing with prior to coming on the program.
Okay. I had gotten cancer about 20 years ago. And they were able to just remove the lump. And so then I was good to go. But, and then, little by little, it seems like you kind of put on weight, low weight here, low weight there. And you're just like, oh, I can lose that easy. It's not too much. And you just kind of keep going. And then I've tried different, tried to watch what I eat and all this. And it's like, I never was able to get serious enough about it. But then, 20 years forward is like, okay, so now I'm really quite a bit, I have more weight than I was ever planned on. And then I find out I have cancer, and it's stage 4 cancer. And this was very scary to me. I was just like, oh my goodness, I might not be around much longer. And I was telling somebody about it, and they said, oh, you should get a hold of Jason Pearson. And so I took that very seriously because I was pretty scared, So I did. I contacted Jason, and he started me up on this diet. So actually, it's interesting. I got on the diet basically so I wouldn't die from cancer. And being on the diet, I was really good to follow it because I thought, well, gosh, it's like a matter of life and death here. So I have to follow it. And so that helped me a lot. But then after being on it a while, I thought, well, this isn't so bad at all. And then I was losing weight right and left. I'm like, oh, this is exciting. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So that's good. And nice side benefit. And for me, deal with all cancer is the same. It doesn't matter where it's at in the body at all. It's still the same way, and it works wonderfully. So when you found out you had cancer, and the doctors, of course, want you to do their treatments or the drugs they want you to take, which you can go over what they want to do and why you're scared to do that drug or drugs they want you to do. And then coming from a traditional background, which most people do, and your husband and his family, and I think there's a pharmacist involved there too, whatever it is, and what your husband thought about you doing it this way versus the traditional way, and other people, what they said also.
Oh yeah, my husband, his father was a pharmacist. His brother became a pharmacist. So yes, they are all deep in pharmacy. And when the doctors wanted me to take chemotherapy, I thought, there's no way I want to put that in my body. I just felt like it's just really bad for you. I even had a friend who's a nurse, say she would never take it. And I thought, well, my goodness, there she is, a nurse. And she's saying, no way would she take it. And so I just thought, wow, what do I do? And so I was really grateful to find out about you and how you'd worked with cancer patients before and how they'd been able to be cured, and come through it all. So yeah, I kind of, and my husband, I've got to say, my husband, he just thought, oh dear, she's not going to take chemo. Oh no, I'm probably going to lose her real soon because I was at stage 4. And here I am today, feeling very healthy, and my cancer levels have gone down into normal. And so it's, very exciting. And I've lost more than the weight I wanted to lose. So it was even better because I'm like, this is really exciting, kind of being at my, high school weight or something.
Exactly. So, so that's good. And even this chemo that the doctors want you to take, I think they want to take you to take a pill. They wouldn't even touch it with their own hands to even, give to you, or even, I don't even know if they recommend you touch it with your hands, yet they want you to ingest it. Is that correct?
That is, yeah. And I was so shocked the first time this nurse comes in the room, and she has like this kind of plastic-like cape all over her, and even her shoes she has wrapped in the plastic. And it's like, then with her hands are in plastic, and she's just like, well, we have to do this to protect ourselves, because it might squirt and get out on us. And I'm like, and you want me to take that? And when the pharmacist was handing it to me, her too was like, she's like, okay, and you don't want anybody to touch this, and be sure after you touch it, you go and wash your hands right away. And then I'm like worried about, what about the glass I would touch? And, then I have to wash that really fast. Oh, and then I just touched the faucet too. And, oh, what about that? It was just, I don't know. It's like my mind started fighting this. I'm like, this just seems wrong. And if it's that bad for you, why would I want it inside my body?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. And just so everybody knows that's watching this, because of laws and regulations, I don't claim to have any cure for cancer at all. Just like everything else, what I do is put your body into a state with what you eat and everything else, so that it can actually heal its own self, which is the way God intended for things to happen. So of course you came on the program because you found you're in stage 4 cancer, which many people who are in stage 4 mostly think, oh, I'm going to die. And you're close to that point anyways. And a lot of people wouldn't even, take a stage 4 cancer client in, but have no problem doing that. I've done that many times. And so let's get into it. So you got in the program. So at what point in the program, in the first 1 or 2 months, did you have an epiphany and like, wow, this is working? Like, this is the way to go. Based, of course, you're feeling different. Of course, you saw the scale going down. That was some side benefit, and then you were going to the doctor because just in case anybody is watching this, when you have cancer, usually you're having monthly tests, monthly visits to the doctor, so they can measure the results and see if your cancer is getting worse or if the treatments are getting better. Blood tests. So at what point did you think, wow, this is the way, or you had the epiphany like, wow, this is, whatever? So
probably like about the first month and a half, and I had gone to the doctor and I was just surprised that the numbers that they calculate how much is of your blood shows that you have cancer, and they were already starting to drop. And actually the doctor was kind of surprised that it was dropping that fast, and asked me if I was taking anything else or anything special or anything. And I says, no, I'm just doing this, holistic nutritionist diet. And that was it. So they were really surprised. So that was when I was like, wow, this is really great. It really does work.
Wow, that's awesome, man. It was dropping fast. So along the program, once you're on the program thereafter that, what kind of conflicts did you experience along the way while you're on the program?
Okay, initially it was, I was like surprised at how much I had to prepare the night before, to take it into work and everything. And then the water bottle, the water stuff. First I was taking a gallon of water into work with me all the time, and it was so heavy, and I thought, oh my, and I'm gonna have to do this how long? But then I ended up finding some better water bottles, because I was just taking it in the jug, and I just kept thinking it's gonna spill over and be all over my car. So that was kind of something I had to get over, because then I learned about water bottles that you could get that are much larger. So that's what I did. And then I actually can just fill them up here at work with more water if I need to. So that's one of the things. And then definitely the cutting everything up and, just bagging or packing it the night before. But it's kind of funny because I've kind of gotten that down to a science, and it doesn't seem like that much of a pain at all anymore. I had to get used to it at first. And I had to get used to the salad dressing. initially I'm just like, I'm not too crazy about this, but oh well, here we go, And actually now I like it. I like it and look forward to that
Wow,
with on salad. Mm-hmm.
that's awesome. So what's been your end results that you've gotten thus far in the program? And of course you lost the weight, which is why you initially came in the program, but of course I take care of everything, encompass everything you need on the program altogether. If you need to lose some weight, which I see, we'll do that. Any health issues, we work on that also. And of course your cancer, of course, coming into a range that's, where you're cancer free considered by every doctor, because the same range that everybody else has. What's been your end results?
I'm sorry.
No worries. So what's been your end results? Let's do this. How much weight did you lose? And then did your cancer come down to in the normal range where everybody else is at, so you're considered cancer free?
Sure. I was thinking too hard there on something and it took me off.
No worries.
Yeah, I have lost, actually by now I've lost 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I am at a weight I haven't been at since like high school. And so that feels really good. And it really seems to just stay off too. I'm impressed with that. And also the cancer, it dropped, from being stage 4 to now the numbers are just in the normal area. So yeah, that was huge.
Exactly. And so so probably your outlook on life now to probably worrying about at the time when you came stage 4, you probably worried about, are you going to die? Are you going to be around for your grandchildren? I remember, so I do, any cancer client always, depends how old you are, but I always say you want to be around for your grandchildren, or for your children if you're not old enough to have grandchildren yet. So now you probably have a great outlook on life now, and you're going to go through the rest of your life not even having to even think about cancer at all, worry about it ever at all coming back. And what was your personal transformation that you experienced through this program?
Well, I will say I totally agree with all that you just said. I've been really excited how I feel so much better about myself. I mean, like you begin to realize, wow, this wasn't so hard and I really can do it. And you just feel like you can take on more. Also backing up a little bit, I'd say also when I first found out I had the cancer, I was really concerned that I was going to pass away before my little grandchildren, before I wouldn't be able to enjoy my grandchildren and watch them grow up and like speak into their lives, and I just felt like I have so much to speak into their lives yet, and I can't go yet. This is way too young for me. And so there was that, but yeah, I've really become so much more like self-aware, and just more confident and I don't know, encouraged. And I feel like I kind of want other people, like a lot of people to know about this and like get them on too, so that they can experience this and they can experience just like, how when you're a kid, you always feel like you're really somebody, and you're going to be so cool someday. And so you work towards that. And then over time, it sort of goes downhill and you're like, oh, maybe not, maybe I won't get to do that. Maybe I won't get to do this. But somehow, I have begun to believe in myself so much more and realize, oh man, I have a great life and look what I can do now, so yeah, it's been good.
Absolutely. So if anybody's watching, if you're watching this video right now and wondering if this program is for you, whether you just want to lose weight and you've been maybe struggling for years, maybe doing other different diet programs or anything you've been trying to do yourself, or just slowly the weight's crept up, or maybe you have a health issue you've been wanting to tackle and eliminate also, or you have cancer, you know somebody else that has cancer or some health issue, and you're wondering if this program is right for you or for that person, should you recommend this? And then when should you get started? Should you get started right now, or procrastinate till next week, or after the holidays, or next year? Amelia, what would you tell that person if they're watching this video right now?
Oh, I actually would say to start right away. You don't really want to wait for the perfect time, so to speak. The sooner you start it, the better. And I mean, you can always, there's always going to be holidays, there's always going to be birthdays or parties or something coming up. But it's like the sooner you start it, the better you look, the better you feel, the better you're eating, for all of those times that do come. So yeah, I'd say start as soon as you can.
Right. Well, you heard from her. There should be a link somewhere around this video here where you can click on and get started. You can get started right away online here and use whatever debit or credit card you wish to use and sign up securely online. And right after you sign up, there'll be a secure health form that you fill out, a little bit of health information about yourself, so I can review that and decide the best route to go with the right menus for yourself. You'll get all the menus you need every week. That includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all your snacks. And all you gotta do is either look at it on your phone or your computer, or print it out and go grocery shopping and follow it, and get the exact results that you're looking for. Other than that, thank you very much for coming to this and doing this and sharing your story, Amelia. And we'll see you in the next video.
Okay, bye-bye.